Hey there. Welcome to another episode of Heart and Hustle, Visionary Healers, Movers, and Shakers. I am your host, Paulette Rees-Denis, here to bring you magic makers from around the globe, people who are creating change, who have small businesses, large businesses, hobbies, but they are creating the life of their dreams. And that, my friends, is what living is all about. So let us know how you like this episode. Please subscribe, and we'll see you there. Thanks for joining. All right, my friends, welcome to this special edition of Heart and Hustle, Visionary Healers, Movers, and Shakers. I am your host, Paulette Rees-Denis. I am your movement motivator and your passion instigator, and I get to bring you amazing people, amazing women creating magic, creating change in the world. If you've been following me at all over the last 5 years, I've been doing this video podcast, which is amazing. And you all have been on this before, all my guests today, but we get to bring everybody here together today. I've got Cinzia from Italy, who actually happens to be in England at the moment.
Yes.
And Nina from Australia, and Misha from Florida. And I'm here in Southern California. So we are the Global Tribes Uniting, which is also very cool. Very, very cool. And so today, a lot of our talk has stemmed from the certification course that the women just finished up with me last week or 2 weeks ago on stepping into their leadership role, master leadership certification for teaching the teachers in this global caravan dance company that we have, that I've been running for over 30 years now. And it's such a beautiful honor to honor them as they step into this leadership role, because we talk about so many fabulous things. But to carry on the legacy, to carry on women run businesses, entrepreneurship, stepping into our role as business women, as well as leaders, as well as creators and artists, with integrity, with passion, which is so much of what I'm about and so much of what they're about. And it's such a beautiful journey to share with them and to watch them grow and develop, and also expand our language, expand our dance, our global caravan, tribal belly dance language, as well as the global tribes. So welcome, Cinzia, welcome, Nina, welcome, Misha. And why don't we just have a little beautiful brief introduction from all of you. Misha, would you like to say hello?
I was having the don't pick me first moment. Yes. So I'm Misha. I am one of Paulette's master teachers and master leaders based in the United States in sunny Sarasota, Florida. And gosh, I still remember the first time I met Paulette, which was at a workshop here in Florida when I was a baby dancer, like in 2004 or 5. And I'm just really honored to be in this circle, especially with the other master teachers who've been holding this up all over the world.
So welcome, Nina.
Hi, my name's Nina, and I'm from a small town in North Queensland called Innisfail. I've been dancing this format for a long time, 15 years or 16 years, and I just love it. I'm very passionate about it. I'm passionate about the community and the connections that we hold together. And I just think it's an amazing thing to do. And going forward with that, leading these circles, these women and people, it's just, it makes me really proud, and I'm very happy to be here part of the program.
So glad. I'm so glad. And Cinzia.
Hi, I'm Cinzia. I'm from Italy. In this moment, I'm in England, but I'm just like on holiday here. And so I'm very, very glad to be here with my sisters. And so I met Paulette in 2005. So we met the first time in Germany because she was touring in Europe, and I went to do like a long weekend intensive with her, and it blew out my mind. And and I decided
glad
that
you
this is
still
what I
have
want
it.
to do. This is what I want to do, and this is what I did. So I started Global Caravan in 2005 with her, and I'm still very, very much in love with this dance format. And so I'm very, very happy to be here with you and like Misha and Nina tonight, and of course Paulette. Thank you.
So beautiful. And so, you know, so when I think about this, so you've all been dancing with me for many, many years, and we've gone through so many classes and workshops and certifications, and you guys have stepped into this ownership, this leadership, this master teacher. You have spent so much time investing in yourself and your dreams. And I think that's huge, because so many women are afraid to invest in themselves. They, you know, they can find lots of excuses for not to have the time, not to have the money, or not to have the full passion. And you guys have been incredibly committed to your own vision. So tell me what that's been like for you. Misha, what's that been like for you to commit to your vision? She's like, oh, you picked me first.
No, it's okay. It's funny. Like, it's everything that unfolds in my day, usually like later on, there's a reason for it. So I'm like, it's funny you asked that, because today was a day where I really had to decide like whether or not I was going to stick to it. And I think that is part of it, is understanding that it's a practice like anything else. And, you know, there's no manual for life. Like nobody gives us really a book that helps guide us through. Oftentimes we have to find our own way. And for me, a big piece of it has been figuring out what I want and what I truly desire. And I think a lot of women serve others, and that's beautiful. You know, as mothers, as aunties, as grandmas, as community space holders, as partners, we tend to put others first, which is lovely. But one of the things that really was kind of the moment where I started investing in myself was really realizing that I needed to keep myself healthy and well, and also still continue to be able to serve those people. So, and it's a practice like anything else. I think that it's one of those things where we're always still like getting better and better at it. And we always have to kind of keep reminding ourselves why it's valuable and why we need to continue to do it. And I think for me personally, it keeps me sane. Like I don't have a better, I mean, but it really keeps me like grounded and centered and focused and not really scattered. And it really allows me, like, taking the time and investing in myself and doing the things that are really for me. It truly helps me to grow and evolve as a person, which helps too.
Well, and if you look at what you've done and how you have invested in yourself and how many years of training and how many, you know, miles. We talk about miles.
I think
Nina
Nina
all put on a lot of freaking miles to do this, and what a beautiful opportunity for expansion, right? I mean, you've done that. So, Nina, what do you think?
I agree with all those things Misha said. I also I know that at one time, I know I was on the road somewhere, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired or something, and why do I do this? You know, but I realized that this was my purpose. This was my purpose, to teach this dance. The training I had, this was my study of life, and I just felt this is what I had to do. And so I guess the investment part is certainly money, but for me, it was also investing in training with you, Paulette, and going to, you know, the States for perhaps, was it about 8 years, investing in that. That was quite a commitment to do that. And then when I became a master teacher to train with you, so I had the skills. I guess investing in myself also because I may seem quite a confident person now, and people always seem very, very surprised when I fall down a little bit sometimes, because sometimes I haven't always been this confident kind of, person. And there's steps along the way you have to take, you don't just, it is a big journey. It is a big journey from when you're from point A, wherever, to where you are now. And just acknowledging that, I have learned so much in my life. Investment in money and time, but also in these personal kind of growth and empowerment to be who I am today. And I don't know if I would have had that without my tribal family, my tribal sisters, and everyone from Paulette to my tribe and everyone that I've met along the way has just made me so strong. And I love that. I love all those connections.
I think so much too, Nina, is, we're human, right?
I know, but some people think, sometimes it's like, oh, Nina, you didn't do that. Or, oh, Nina, you're tired? Oh, Nina, oh my God, you didn't do that move right. You forgot it. I was like, okay.
Wait, let me reset. No, but but the beauty in that is that we can show our vulnerability and still step into leadership.
Yes.
We are still human and we're still women, and to honor that sacred feminine of vulnerability. Sure, I can be Wonder Woman, and I have been Wonder Woman many times in my life. And sometimes that does not, suit me. Sometimes it can hurt you. But sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's great. So that's beautiful. And to honor that expansion, because that's what we're all here for. We're all here to continue to live life and expand into all of our glory, right? All that we can be. So Cinzia, what about you?
As I said, I was in love with this dance since the very beginning, and above all, what I was liking a lot was the aspects of its philosophy, the lifestyle, because really Global Caravan, Tribal Belly Dance, it's a lifestyle, because you learn also how to be in life, to deal with life. If you're a leader, you will be a leader in your daily life too, but you also need to know when it's time to follow and put your ego to the side. And this is very, very important. It's really inspiring, because when we dance, because we are all one, we really want to be one. It's the whole together that is important. So a lot of the times, because we are used to, today it's all about iPhone and I this and I that and whatever. So no, sorry, it's not only about it's about we, because we don't exist as a tribe if it's always a dance of the egos. So this is one of the things that I loved. I realized how much was nice for me to dance with other people. And I had to just recently, because of COVID, understand and do some dance on my own and without my dancers, my tribe. And it's different. It's different that I missed it. The connection. Also, it was a good experience for me because I had to stand out just on my own, and it was a big learning curve for me, because I know it might not sound like that, but my vulnerable part is also that I always in the past, I've always needed someone to back me up. And now I am able to just go and do it on my own. And this was very important for me. So being a leader in this sense. So this is why I'm in a moment in my life, going back to the master leadership training that we've been doing together with these amazing women. It's because I really want to be the leader and keep on the legacy. And also I really want to see my students to grow and shine on their own. I was away because I'm on holiday, and my dancers did a gig last weekend, and I was so proud of them. And they sent me the videos, they sent me the pictures, and I said, go post it on Instagram. Even if I'm not there, it's still you, and I really wanted them then see them shining.
So that is all about you as the leaders, as the master leaders, as the master teachers, to empower your students, empower the women to own what they do, to own who they are, to own the skin that they're in. I mean, this hits on so many levels. And if I can just back up just a little bit for those of you who are watching who aren't quite sure what we're talking about. So we're talking about a dance style called Global Caravan. And the idea of this dance is that it's a lot of repetitive movements where there's a leader and a follower or several followers, and those roles can be switched, but it's about dancing in unison, dance improvisationally, so that you're creating in the moment, but we use a structured language. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. But the idea is that we have all these levels of training, and there's so much more to the dance than just the steps. There's more, there's the lifestyle, which we've brought up already just a little bit briefly, the lifestyle of the dance, because we as humans, we as women, and there's definitely some men who dance, and that's awesome. We want connection. We want community. If you think of some of the ancient tribes who dance around in a circle together, the idea is that we come together and we look at each other and we connect with each other, and it takes everybody. It takes everybody to make the circle. All sizes, all ages, all shapes, all everything. And that's the beauty of this dance. It's not ballet where you have to be pencil thin and young. This is for women who want to step into their cronehood, young girls who want to step into their middle teens. I mean, it's for everybody, and that's beautiful. So do you guys have anything to add to that really briefly to kind of help share what this vision is?
Yes, it's a, when we come to, into our circle, and for me, I mean, like on a weekly basis, it's about, just gathering together, and people leave their cares behind, they step, I mean, my studio is called the temple. So for me, it is a sacred space. And I know everyone else's space is sacred as well, but I just have this, this feeling when people come to our class that it's, we create this circle, we do these moves, they are repetitive, but there's a ritualistic feeling as we do these moves year in, year out. I mean, you just love doing these moves because they're in your body then, and it just kind of flows. And just the celebration of that circle, women coming together, the different energies. Yeah, and just people can feel like themselves, because I've like Misha said, we all do serve in some way in the community, and they come to circle and it's like themselves. And I like for them to honor that they stand there in circle in themselves, even though we are part of that group. And I feel that women become so empowered in this circle. They just stand up that little bit stronger. They do put some makeup on or put a flower in their hair, and they allow themselves to feel beautiful. And I know it is an I culture, but there's also the other culture, whereas I'm not good enough, or I'm not this, or I'm not that. And it does, I just love seeing people go, well, you know what, I can do this, and I can do that, and I can be beautiful. And
That's awesome. Awesome. Anybody else?
This is what I like to see, especially with the people that start, because with the dancers that know the format since a longer time, it's almost something that they do naturally because they learn and they just are into this. But in the new students, it's amazing to see the confidence growing, and at a certain point say, oh no, I don't feel like to lead today. But at a certain point, yes, okay, no matter what, I'm gonna try. And even if I'm gonna keep a simple movement, everybody's gonna follow me and I'm really taking the lead. I love this. I love to see the people that enter in the room and they say, I will never show my belly and I will never wear this and I will never do that. Okay, you can do whatever you want. And then after 3 classes, they come with a gold bra and say, here.
Honoring the body, honoring the
yeah, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's they look, they really, I don't know, there's a cheekiness, I can't say, that comes into their eyes. It's beautiful. I love it.
So part of that holding that space is you stepping into your teachership, into your leadership, so you can hold that space for them. Because not everyone can do that. Not everyone can honor the vulnerability of that person in your class. Right? So we learn how to hold that kind of space, how to honor each and every student that we have. And every body is different, right? Every body shape is different. Every body is a different age and a different background and a different culture and a, you know, whatever they bring to that class. And you hold that space for them to have this beautiful experience, even if it's just 1 hour a week. But what I want to know, Misha, so these are some of the things we were talking about last week in our leadership class, is what do you hold sacred?
Oh, like that's a whole nother chat where, you know, and what excites me so much is I remember getting asked questions like that when I first did like my first training with you. And I left it blank because I was like, I don't know what I hold sacred. And now I'm at a point where I'm like, well, I'm going to need like an hour to really like sink into that. And I think that just goes to show like how much you can blossom in this dance. And I want to be really specific that I agree with Cinzia and Nina. It's this like right here. I've done many styles. I know all the ladies sitting here have, and there's something just really magical about this, because for me, what I hold sacred is, in terms of the dance, is that there's room for everybody. And I don't care who you are outside of the circle. It doesn't matter to me. Like when you come into the circle, we're all equal, and we all also like support each other. That's like a non-negotiable. Like it doesn't matter what you believe. Like you said, like body, like how you look. But I would take it even further. Like what? And to be fair, it is a lifestyle. And so there are certain beliefs that many of us do agree with, but you don't have to have them in order to be part of it. But you might find them sneaking in. It happens. But I really hold, and I also hold sacred in the context of the dance, the dance itself. To me, my dance is my prayer. Mm-hmm. And being able to do that with other people, like I just get goosebumps, because I feel like we've lost so much of our community, like of our ability to be in community with other people, especially now. And I think that we've also lost so much of our ritual and our tradition. And so in doing this, we build our own, like we build our new traditions, we build our new.
Yes, you're creating a whole new genre, which has so many roots in ancient history, but still contemporary, which is always what I've said, right? We are women of the world. We are humans of today. And I don't want to be a human from 200 years ago, but I honor traditions. I honor ritual. But one of the things you said, Misha, and then we'll move on, is that the things that you held sacred were compassion and kindness. And that you hold it for yourself as well as for your students. And I think stepping into leadership roles, that's really important to acknowledge. What is sacred to you? How do you show up in the world as a leader? What's important, right? And that's what you said, is compassion and kindness with purposeful intention.
Yeah, that really, for me, I mean, I can't imagine like not just leading, but teaching. Like that for me is just how I teach. Like my heart is always there.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny when you were talking about learning to be like the space holder. I was reflecting on the fact that like I have a master's degree in education, but they never taught me how to be compassionate and kind.
Mm.
Like I learned that as soon as I started doing this work. And I think that that's really beautiful. And it really is important to me that my students feel that compassionate or that kindness too.
Well, you are exuding that, but you're also teaching that, even if it's subliminal, right?
Yeah.
And that's what part of raising these women, these younger women or older women too, you know, showing them another way of being. The possibilities. You guys are opening up their possibilities, right? So Nina, what do you hold sacred?
What do I hold sacred? I hold sacred the fact that I'm free. I'm a free person. That I can choose what I want to do. I'm not my lifestyle that I've chosen has been, you know, this dance lifestyle, and it's kind of my job. But also within that, because I don't have to do a 9-to-5 job and I can be home to do my things, I hold this gift, I guess, as sacred. That I've chosen not to do like that job thing. And I hold that freedom that I've chosen sacred. I also find sacred the circle, like I explained before, and coming together with other women in these circles. I love nature. I live in a lot of rainforests. So for me, nature is, and trees especially, I hold very sacred. And I love just commune. I know everyone does. It's just, I find that just very soul replenishing. And art. I love seeing other people's art. I find just creating little bits of art every day in the home, you know, in life, whatever. And what people, yeah, I love art, nature. I just
Beautiful. I love that.
And I was also thinking about that, and just when you're dancing, when you're thinking about sacred, just that communion of music and body and movement, and how that, and I'm not quite sure everyone feels that in like that transmutation between the music, the step into the body, into that divine feeling that you get, especially when you have a tribe behind you, all these women behind, you know, people behind you dancing. This kind of, these three energies, and then this kind of divine spirit that you get. So, and I know I probably first had this feeling when Paulette was here many years ago, and we were having this, I'd never done any of this, you know, before. I mean, I'm a pagan at heart, so it was like, I kind of get it, but we had a inward facing circle. We've been dancing nearly all day, and we were just touching hands lightly. And Paulette was saying a blessing, and she sent this message around in our hands. And I mean, I'm getting goosebumps already thinking about it. And I just started bawling my eyes out. I had no idea what was happening. And then I realized that other people around the circle were also crying, and it was like, wow, I don't know what this is. What was this? Yeah, it was that was a very sacred moment, just having, I guess, that divine feminine energy.
Right, and the connection. Which we crave, which we need.
Yeah.
And I think that's such an important important part of this whole circle idea and this whole dance is that connection. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Bam, throw that thing right down there. So Cinzia, what do you hold sacred?
So in general, in life, for me, nature, as Nina and also Misha said, I have a very close relationship. This is one of the reasons why I'm about to move, because I live in a big city and I really need to go closer to nature, to the source, in one of the expressions of the source, okay? Because nature is one of the expressions of the divine feminine. What is sacred for me is animals, for sure. Like very real relationship that you can have soul to soul with animals, but also with some people. And getting older, I understand how, for me, sacred is being authentic, and I'm really working on this. And respect is sacred for me, very much.
You said respect and connection.
Yeah, respect and connection. So these are the aspects that are I think that are in what we do as a teachers, as dancers. There are a lot of elements of these elements that are coming from the dance into our life, and from life into the dance. If we weren't really committed, I think, and also if we didn't respect each other and have a very a deep feeling for what we are doing, we couldn't have gone so far, let's say, into it, and dedicating so many years and hours of dance, and also, I mean, money, energies, a lot of things that are flowing into this. And I'm feeling very proud. I was doing my Monday check-in and I said, wow, last week I accomplished this and this, and so I'm really happy. And it's something that I wanted to get to.
And so don't you think all three of you, that having the clarity of your vision of what you desire has helped you get to where you are now?
Oh, very, very much so. Yeah, absolutely. And on multiple levels.
Yeah. So what does that look like for you, Misha?
Well, the room I'm sitting in, I literally wrote everything down about before it ever came to be. So I think it can be as simple as like ask for what you need, right? But you really have to like mean it. You really have to say like, this is what I want, and be willing to ask for it and be willing to accept it. That, I think that's a piece as well. In this space that I'm in right now, it's our Healing Arts Center. And this came from a lot of like visualization and really thinking about like what I wanted to do with my life, and also how I could like take what I really wanted to do and what I was passionate about and turn it into something that could support myself and my family. So yeah.
So there's a lot of strategy involved with, so like I always say, it's mixing the woo with the practical, right? So you gotta have the dreams and the desires and the magic, but you want it to make sense. You want it to be practical and structured so that it will work for you. I mean, and that's stepping into your role as a businesswoman. And that is one thing that I find so hard with so many of my women clients who are like, they don't want to, they're afraid of owning being businesswomen. They want all the art and the creativity, but without the structure or the commitment or the vision, you know, sitting down to get clear. And I feel like you ladies have over the years have, you know, we've spent so much time as people who know me, you know, I'm always asking you to journal. I'm always asking you all these questions. Let's dig in deeper, you know, what do you want? What do you desire? And stepping into that vision. And stepping into that vision now, as you guys have advanced so much in your careers with me and with your own tribes and your own businesses and creating a legacy. So Nina, what does that look like? What do you see in your future or the future of Global Caravan?
Well, my vision has been to connect each state in Australia, to have a vibrant community in each state of Australia. And slowly but surely, we're getting there. There has been, you know, a lot of woo-woo in that and getting that, but and a lot of effort, let me say, just having a great team. I'll go back just a little bit before the vision, but having a great team of people behind you as well. Yes. So you have your vision, okay, and you can do only so much yourself. So then you have to have other people in place, other people, and I totally get that. You have to have these other people that have the same type of vision as well to help you along the way and to go, okay, I can. It's not delegating as such that I'm meaning, but you have to have this team. And so, yeah, for me, it's about expanding our tribe and the Global Caravan in Australia, having these amazing teachers. So, you know, I can teach teachers now, and as well as the collective soul. So it's about getting teachers out in the community, small communities, and I want all the Global Caravan goodness in all the little towns in Australia. You know, that's kind of where I'm at. You know, I love it. I think it's a possibility. I love the fact that, you know, women can travel. We have a map of Australia with all the tribes around Australia now. So, you know, when people go on holiday, they can just check out where the local classes are. So my vision is continuing this expansion, more teachers, setting up these little, I have little festivals in regional areas so people can get together. It's the community getting together and the connection. It allows me to travel still and meet everyone. And then getting other, you know, senior dancers also coming through that can teach on the master teacher level. So being a mentor to some other teachers, and just as a vision, I don't know, just continuing on this legacy and this lifestyle for more women.
So let me ask you this. So how does that make you feel?
Oh, super proud and so happy that that it's become so successful here as well. And that it's just like it's like a joy. It's like such a joyful thing to do.
It is a joyful.
Like I said, it's not really a job, but it is like there's a lot of work that goes in behind it. But it's such a joyful thing to do, to empower people and make people happy, if that's, you know, where you're going. And I sort of lost my thread a bit there, but that's yeah. Right. So just, and for myself, perhaps a bit more traveling overseas, or maybe coming to the States sometimes and doing a workshop, or going to Europe, or, you know, if I travel to Europe, my son is in Europe now. So I don't know, just I would like to go and do a little bit of that with everyone's, you know, permission. But yeah, just and also just making it a more beautiful space for people to have, yeah, and hold.
So I want to deconstruct that for just a minute, because I think it's really important that entrepreneurs who might be hearing this right now, you can do that, Nina, because that's how you have set up your career. Right? So you have your beautiful classes at home and you established yourself as this master teacher and now as this master leader. But you've reached out to create this space, I mean, which is what I did, right? As I traveled the world and taught, because I wanted to, I could, and I did.
I guess within that, yes, it's the networking.
Well, this is on a lot of different levels here.
Yes, yes.
So this is a very spiritual level. This is the law of attraction. This is the desire and making the possibilities work for you, as well as creating this beautiful opportunity, not only for you, but for your people. Right?
Yes, you definitely want to pass that on. So, the other teacher circles that are happening now, it's for them, to step into their power, to make the best of it, and just passing on those skills, passing on the vision, or if maybe people see what I've done and go, oh, I want to do that too.
Absolutely. Inspiration. You are empowering others to live the life that they want to live. Not everybody wants to do what you do.
No, of course. But it is inspiring. And even if people have can be inspired by a little bit to keep their tribe going, to have that weekly class, to get that connection every week, and having that sacred space. Yeah, that's really important to me.
Beautiful. So what do you think, Cinzia?
For sure, it's important to have a vision. I have to say that sometimes the events in life are a little bit different of the vision that you have, and there can happen things that can put you in a place where it's sometimes you lose a little bit your direction. This is personally happened to me. You all know I had a moment where I wasn't really there because my mom passed away, and it was a huge thing to me. But after some time, I realized that this dance was there all my life. And it was something so important to me, and I feel so well when I do it. And I really said to me, this is something that you have to keep on going. And I'm so glad I did it, because I'm seeing it's like it's reblossoming everything, and I'm so happy for this. So I've been suffering a little bit because being in Europe, and I'm very isolated because most of the teachers are in US and the others are in Australia, and so it is this. But I have my dancers, and it happened that I could work with meet up in person with the other European master teacher, Deirdre. Sometimes we did some things together. These 2 years of like COVID didn't really help, and we are just starting now to just go back again out and hug and share and be together, maybe make spaces, do big events, etc. And I realized how much I was missing this, because the circle, it's the dancing circle is important. But the pandemic, as I already said many times, brought us the opportunity to do what we are doing. So to do long distance video calls and be together, even if we are not physically. So we are not doing the miles by plane, but we can be close to each other, and this is so important. This was really nourishing. So
it's been so good. It's been so
it opened up so many possibilities, and it will bring even more possibilities for all of us. So
so I have a question. I have a question for all of you. I know we need to bring this to a close, and we could talk for hours and hours, which would also be super fun. But I think it's really important to talk about, so here we are as dancers, as creators, as artists, as lifestyle innovators, and your body is your tool. Your body is actually all you have. And to carry on this, the style, the dance, again, which I've said is for all shapes, all sizes, all ages. We want to age with grace. We want to dance with grace. We want to move forward with beautiful intention. Because this is a dance that you can do at all ages. It doesn't cut you off at 25 or whatever. And I want to know what you do to stay healthy, strong, present in your body, so that your body allows you to do this work. Cinzia, what do you do?
So first of all, nourishment, what I eat is very important. I'm vegan, but you don't have to be vegan. What I'm saying that I'm plant-based since 11 years now, and was vegetarian since when I'm 16, now I'm 55. So what I eat is very important because I am what I eat. And I do it for many reasons. Basically is an ethical reason, but also a healthy reason. Being plant-based doesn't mean that you don't have treats, ice cream, or you can have a glass of Prosecco time to time, whatever. So basically that, because if I don't feed myself in the proper way, of course, I can't expect my body to do certain things. I train. I'm also a yoga instructor. I used to train a lot, and I understand that now, getting older and, as you say, aging gracefully, I can't abuse my body that much. So it's important to give my body also the right rest, which is physical rest, but also mental rest. Find space, which, like, I don't know, micro pauses that I do during the day. Some journaling, just simply today I went out on the beach and stayed there. I was simply observing the birds and whatever. That's a meditation for me, because I was simply into that and listening to the sounds and whatever. So find some space to exercise very gracefully. Of course, dancing, because if I teach and I perform, I need to stay fit. Because I'm aging, I'm doing this with a different pace than what I used to do 10 years ago or 20 years ago. Also, my expectation towards the performance has become a little bit different now. I just want to enjoy myself. And this is why, for example, I honestly have to say that I don't do any more strong and very challenging yoga practices, because my body can't stand that anymore. Good. I've been doing it a lot. And I have to say, this is a good point, because people like me who have like a ballet training and they go flow into yoga, and it's very easy at the beginning to do a lot of spectacular positions and whatever, but that is not yoga. So for me, it's going really back into feeling the body. And it sounds very weird, but aging with grace to me means be in your body, love it, because it's going to change. Even if I have the same size and I buy the same size of clothes, they don't fit me the same way as before. So, and this is part of the process. So seeing that especially in the world we live today, where aging is like a crime, and us as leaders, we really
beautiful Asian women.
Yeah, this is very important. This is part of our I think this is one of the things that we really need to work on, is to tell women how amazing they are, even if they have some cellulitis. It's fine.
All right. All right. Awesome.
Normal.
Awesome. All right, Nina, what do you do? How do you take care of yourself? Nina. Oh, looks like Nina froze. Misha, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, well, what do you do to take care of yourself?
So, Cinzia did awesome talking about like the aging aspect of it. To that, I add, I like, there's for me personally, there's very much like a mental aspect because I'm the Aquarius that's always in their head. So playing. So I like to take time to just go out and play and adventure and explore and just like give myself a break from everything that's going on in the world. I find that kind of connecting in with that inner child and just being playful really helps me to stay healthy, to not go into something like depression or anxiety. I work a lot with plant medicine. So I have all sorts of different herbs that I work with, different plants, depending upon what challenges I'm facing. But I really think that the plant kingdom has some amazing, it just has an amazing ability to support us. And they want to, like, the plants are super jazzed. They want to help us out. And so there's a full I mean, there's so many different ways that can come into our life. And nutrition, like food and diet, food is medicine. So that's a big piece of it as well, that I'm working on. I haven't always had the best diet. So, you know, I'm also a vegetarian. My husband would like to be a pastatarian, I think, if he could. So working on all of
Pastatarian.
You definitely have to come to Italy.
He's Italian. So his whole family, he always says, he's like, I can live off of pasta. I'm like, that's great. I can't. So we're figuring out like how to make that work. But also anything that I can do that supports the physicality of my body. Just like Cinzia said, I'm finding I can't work out as hard. I can't push myself to the limits like I used to. So I have maintenance practices like acupuncture. I try to get acupuncture once a month. You would think it would be more because I work here, but it just goes to show you that, you know, you got to fit it in where you can. And massage. I have found that acupuncture and massage really kind of help maintain everything and keep me flexible, keep me moving, keep me able to teach dance a couple times a week. And then I also have my own practices like journaling, but also I have my own Reiki practice that I try to do every day as well. So yeah.
Nice. So it's I mean, we're all multi-passionate. We all have all these tools in our toolbox, which is beautiful. And sometimes they're just for us personally, and sometimes they're for you to share with your world as a business or career or whatever, which is beautiful also, because I wholeheartedly believe in all the tools, all the tools. And that's great. So Nina, what do you do? Are you back with us? You froze there.
Yeah, I'm back. I had a bit of a glitch there. I do Pilates a couple of times a week, and also in my own space. I do feel as I getting older, I need to keep my strength, and I find that the core strength has just helped me dance so much. Mm-hmm. And have a little bit of time for your own dance practice, to refine. You can never have enough dance practice. But yes, I found that there's the strength in the upper body and the core of the legs has just helped me flow so much better, that I see in my dance. And to not, what's the word, not self-correct, as a when you're dancing, just to look at yourself in a way that you're going to go, okay, this is good, this is not so good, or whatever, but in a gentle way.
Well, there's definitely a place for that, but there's also a place to be totally free and
yeah, totally.
Right?
So there's that, and then I love to just like do like contemporary dance. So some sort of dance practice for me every couple of days is, I just love that. Walking every day is a thing, is my walking meditation. Go and talk to all the animals and plants. I have cut my alcohol content to maybe one drink here and there, maybe once a month. Just found that, well, actually I read a lot of literature on what alcohol does to bodies, especially through menopause, and it's not so great. So yeah, just substituting that out and feeling so much better for it, I must admit, is pretty awesome. What else? Just like the other girl said, just having your own time to, you know, to just relax, that mental space. Yeah, just to have no other distractions. I think that's very important, just to come down to your own center and your own self. And not overthink things, you know.
Oh,
Those
none
little
of us do
voices.
that, I'm sure.
Just like all the little voices, you know, just okay, go away now and just be your own person. And yeah, so yeah, that would be it for me.
Love it. I love it. Well, I think there's such a beautiful blend of self-care and preservation and connection, as well as, again, because we use our bodies as our tool, there's also that level of care.
I think it's also finding I know you say like the finding the time, but you have to find the time for yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then you will get sick.
Right. And especially the older we get, the more important that becomes, you know.
Absolutely.
We're not the invincible 20s or, you know, the crazy 30s. Misha's still in her 40s. But, you know, if this is the thing that you want to do, this is your tool. Just as if you were a painter, you know, you take care of your brushes, or if you're a writer, you take care of your pens and your journals, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is our tool. And this is, if to be an artist for self-expression, we want to be able to move forward with freedom and the ability to continue on. And this dance allows us that ability, as long as we also love the dance and take care of the dance, and the dance takes care of us. It's all related, right?
Absolutely.
So good. So good. Well, again, we could continue this conversation, and we shall, but it's so good. And it's so important, you know, as you know, step into creating more of the legacy around this dance and taking the dance more global, as well as local, with your own personal tribes, to honor all that it has been and all that it is and all that it can be, and all that you are and all that you have been and all that you can be, with so much pride and honor and passion and love for you and all of us, all the teachers out there in the world, all the dancers out there in the world. And even no matter what style of dance we're talking about movement, we're talking about being a creator. We're about talking and living our passions and investing in ourselves to be the best that we can be. And what it takes, and you've heard, you know, it takes commitment, it takes dedication, it takes so many other things, integrity.
I think sometimes it's also a leap of faith.
A leap of faith, absolutely.
You know, you just have to believe in yourself. You just believe in yourself, and it's like, I can do this, and you know, it happens. You can make it work. Just step outside and just do that thing that you want to do.
Step outside and do the thing, but also strategize.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Commit to a structure. Commit to taking the action steps to move you forward. So
well, you have to make that plan.
Practical.
Yeah, it has to be practical.
Yeah,
definitely has to be practical.
So,
you have to have the bones. You have to have those bones.
You're all proven aspects of that. you know, which is really a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing to see where you've been and how far you've come and what is opening up for you yet still, which is beautiful. And so for all of you out there watching this conversation, you know, may you continue to feel the passion and to connect with yourself and your spirit and your soul and your body and all that you desire to be. And we are here to help you live and step into your dreams even further. And if you have questions, you'll know where to find everybody, because I'll have all that information. If you haven't been able to connect with us before, check out all their classes, online classes, in-person classes, workshops, woo, all the things. And so many blessings to all of you. I thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.